What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Classic Chronicles. We are at the end of November, and boy, what a month it's been, man. So many great things, and more great things to come. Like I said, throughout the end of this year, going into next year. More interviews, more vlogs, just more of everything. Um, I hope everybody enjoyed their Thanksgiving weekend. Hope you ate a lot, stayed safe, stayed healthy, and we ready to conquer the new week that is. Um, so, for today's vlog, I wanted to get into an article that recently had popped up on my Facebook timeline. I posted it some time ago, but it popped up in memories, and it is top 10 things you shouldn't say to a person in a wheelchair. Now, this article was done by, give me one second. This article was done uh, by Rachel Friedman. She is a vlogger, a blogger, a speaker, and an ambassador for the spinal cord injury community. So she's pretty well qualified to speak on this subject. And just when I read this article, so many of these applied to me, and I thought I would give you some insight as to why you shouldn't say these things. It's a top 10 list. There's plenty more. I'm pretty sure I can do a million vlogs on stuff that you shouldn't say to people in the differently able community, but hopefully I'll give you my own list. But for now, we're just gonna jump into the top 10. So kicking us off at number 10 is, hold on a second. Okay, kicking us off at number 10 is you sh- things top 10 things you shouldn't say to people in the differently able community. Anything in your preschool teacher voice. What that means is, don't talk to us where like if we're as if we're a child. If you're trying to communicate with us, talk to us like we're regular fucking adults. I mean, really, that I shouldn't have to explain that one. Don't say, hey, instead of saying, would you like something to eat? Don't instead of saying, would you like something to eat? Don't say instead of saying would you like something to eat regularly? I've heard people do this, and they'll say, oh, hey, buddy, would you like something to eat? Like, like, like I'm incompetent. Like I can't understand you. Like, what the hell, man? For real. Don't do that. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. It's not. We're not fucking kids. We're not a child. You don't need to speak to us as if we're a 5-year-old kid. And meanwhile, you got whole grown adults out here trying to do our own thing and live independently. So just don't do it. It's a bad habit, and I've seen it happen. Okay, so number 9. Oh, here's a good one, man. And there are so many good ones on this list. That's why I decided to cover. Number 9 is, with your effort and attitude, I know you'll walk again. Let me just tell you that I've had this happen from personal experience. I mean, a lady literally came up to me once while I was waiting on a friend to have lunch, and she said, you know, maybe you should take some emergency. The stuff that you take for colds and a combination of some other shit, which I can't even remember. And she said, that's the cure for walking again. You can get out of this chair. You'll get out of it. Don't worry. God's gonna help you heal and all this. And I'm thinking to myself, lady, I've been living with this fucking different ability for 33 years, and God ain't healed me yet, and it's not gonna happen, just because you said so. So just don't do that. Like, with your energy and effort, and you'll walk again, and attitude, you'll walk again. Because, come on, man. Like, really, like, no, we were born differently abled, and as the differently able community, no matter what the different ability is, we got to play the hand that we're dealt, and not sit around here feeling sorry for ourselves. So yeah, it's not something that's going to be healed by divine intervention. I can assure you of that. Anyway, number 8 is this one applies more to ladies, but I mean it could apply to the fellas too. So it basically says you found yourself a real stand up girl or guy, implying that the person that is able bodied, is a fucking hero for dealing with a person with a disability, because the person said person wouldn't know how to deal with that if they were in that situation. Like, we're not charity cases. We're not fucking like people that you should feel sorry for. It is We're just regular people. So don't say that to the partner of a differently able person. That is just it's just fucked up. Just don't do it. Okay, number 7. Oh, this is another good one. It's good to see you out. Now, this doesn't apply to people that that if you haven't seen me in a while, and you run into me at a bar or a restaurant or a sporting event, whatever the case may be. This applies to a random stranger telling a person in the differently able community, oh, it's good to see you out. Meaning, we don't go out, like, meaning, oh my god, I can't believe you guys go out and do normal things and interact like regular people do. Like, oh my god, you must, like, with your situation, I don't know how you do it. Like, really? Like, we're not like this is what I've been saying. I've said it ad nauseum on the channel, man. uh Strip away the chair and all this and the different ability, man, and you just got a regular dude. I love going out, I love hanging out with my friends, and it's just being normal, man. uh Shit, so that's just my take on it. Getting into number 6 is, oh, here, let me help you. And the person rushes to your side frantically, as if as if it's a life and death situation. Don't do that. I know you mean well. I know you guys mean well that have done that, but don't do that, please. If you see us struggling with something and we ask you for help, that's a different thing. But speaking for myself only, I am the type of person that will try to do something unless I'm not able to. Like, I will keep trying and until I figure out that I'm not able to. So if you see me doing something, whether it's trying to reach something on a really high shelf or something like that, ask me for help. And if I tell you no, keep it moving and leave me alone. Don't stand there and and wait for me to say, well, I'm gonna need help. Just don't do it. Like, if I tell you I don't need help, I don't need help. I'm pretty independent. I can, like I said, and if I can't do something, then I will ask you for help. Do not automatically assume that we need help. Okay. Number 5 is everything happens for a reason. As if we had a choice to be differently able. Like, oh, there must be a reason that this happened to you. Like, no, yeah, there is a reason. That's because we were born this way, and we can't help that this happened to us. Like, don't fucking just say everything happens for a reason, as if we're some charity case, and we put ourselves in these circumstances. Like, come on now. That's like you're implying that we put ourselves in these circumstances to be differently able, no matter what the different ability is. It's just a stupid thing to say. It's stupid. It's ignorant. Just don't do it. Okay, getting into the number 4 spot. I was only parked there for a minute. Now, this has happened to me almost daily. This happens to me almost daily. Don't when you see somebody fucking like parked in a curb where parked on a curb where you gotta go down and everything like that, and they're physically blocking you and impeding you from getting off the curb and getting to where you gotta go to cross over to the other side of the street, physically confront them. Like, don't be a dick about it, because people can be, crazy out there. You never know what a person is, carrying or whatever, or has the intent to hurt you. just just like uh but you do definitely do have to say something about it, because uh people should not be blocking the crosswalk with the cars, and then when you confront them about it, they're like, "Oh, I was only parked there for a minute." Well, I don't have a fucking minute. I want to get to where I want to get to, and that's it. Just fucking find somewhere to park on the street that's legal parking. That's it. Don't fucking block the crosswalk with your car and expect us to have us like go around your car, because I'm not doing it. I will fucking physically confront you about it, and whatever. We'll just take it from there. Okay, so number three is, oh, oh, this is my favorite one, and you guys know why. I've said this on the channel ad nauseum, various interviews, various vlogs, but I will mention it again since it's on this list. You're an inspiration. Now, like I said, I've said this hundreds of times. Don't call us inspirational just for living our lives. Just don't do it. Like, if you know our situation, and you're cool with us, and you know what we've been through, and then you can say that. Just don't. I hate when total strangers that don't even know you just come up to you and say that you're an inspiration just for living your life. No, we're living our lives because that's what we're taught to do. Like, no matter what our different ability is, we're not stopping. That does not stop us from living our lives. You know, what do you call it? It's what do you call it? It's just a bad thing. Like, what do you call it? Like, if are you calling me inspirational because you know what I've been through, like I said, and you can testify to that my situation is inspirational, or are you just doing it because you feel like you couldn't handle it if you were in that situation? If the latter part of that statement is true, you're doing it all wrong, because you're letting the circumstances define the person, and not the person define their circumstances. So that's a bad thing, and I cannot stand when strangers tell me that I'm an inspiration, and then I have to explain this to them, and then it's like they still don't get it. But just don't do it. Well, I'm not an inspiration. I don't look to inspire people. My thing is, if I can help a person going through a similar situation with my story, then that's the job right there. That's my job is done. After that, other than that, don't call me inspiring unless you know the circumstances. I'm just trying to live my life like everybody else. Okay, number two. Oh, this one. Whew, this one is another doozy, man. Uh, I was in a wheelchair once when I broke my leg, so I know exactly what you're going through. No, stop it right there. You don't know what I'm going through. Your situation is temporary. I've got to live with this every day. Like, you can, like, even on a broken leg, you can still move around and be mobile and all of that stuff. I've got to deal with this. After your leg heals, you can get up and walk again. I can't. So don't tell me you know what the hell I'm going through when you don't know jack shit. You can't, like, I hate when people say that they know what they went through just because they had a temporary injury, and had to use a wheelchair. You don't know what the hell we're going through, and you never will understand it unless you are put in a wheelchair permanently. So yeah, just don't do that. And number one, it applies to the ladies, but yeah, what do you call it? I'm pretty sure ladies, hit me in the comments below if you've heard this before and what your response was. Number one is, you're too beautiful to be in a wheelchair. Don't say, fellas, Don't do that. Don't say that to a lady in a wheelchair. You're too pretty to be in a wheelchair, because you know there are plenty of other beautiful women that aren't in wheelchairs. And there are plenty of beautiful women in wheelchairs. I've happened to know a lot of them. But just don't do it, man. It's not right. And you know, it's crazy. Just don't do it. Fella, ladies, man. Like I said, please let me know your responses. And yeah, that's pretty much the top 10 list, man. Like I said, there's plenty more of these that I can add on, and maybe we'll get into it in a future vlog. But that's gonna do it for today's vlog. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Definitely comment. I want to hear your thoughts on this, because I feel like this needed to be addressed. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace and love, man. Peace.